Hi, hello all. Good morning. Uh, okay, let me unmute you all. Okay, so am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're audible. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, team.
Morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. Welcome to Edufulness Azure Data Engineering training. Okay. So, so let us start. Just waited for a few more to join actually. So sorry for delay. Now let us start. So we are going to discuss more on the data engineering part, especially in the cloud Azure, how you can do this, and about the course overview and regular class details we are going to discuss actually in this demo session. So that's what actually agenda of the today's demo is. The very first one is what is data engineering. So it is very important that people might be coming from multiple domains, okay, are completely new to this particular data engineering. So first of all, we need to understand that overall what kind of tasks you are doing in the real time. So exactly where you are going to work, it has to understand. So that's what the very first thing is. We are going to see what is data engineering. Okay. Along with that, after understanding what is data engineering, what as a data engineer, what you need to do actually. So that's what we need to understand. That's what responsibilities of data engineer. We will understand very easily. We will see that. Then after these two, so if you want to become a data engineer, what you need to learn, that's what we are going to concentrate. Of course, that is the main thing for many of you. So that is the technologies wise, we need to understand what we are going to learn, what is essential or core technologies required to become a data engineer, especially in the cloud Azure actually. Okay, so that's what we are going to see. And after all these things, so you need to get the confidence on the instructor, that is myself. So some background, whatever work I have done till now, whatever I did. So something about myself, that is what about the instructor. And regular class details, of course, this is required for you. From when classes are going to start, and what time, how it will happen, what are all other things you are going to get. So we will see that. And definitely at the end, you are going to answer whatever doubts you have, whatever questions you have. Definitely all of them are going to answered actually. Okay. So this is what the more or less we are going to discuss in this particular demo today from 10. Okay. So hope everyone is good to start. Can we move? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I want to do is just for smooth running, I just want to mute everyone. Okay. And all of your questions is going to answered at the end of the session, definitely. And until there is no question, session is not going to stop. Okay. So let us start. So here, as we've seen that the first part is you need to understand what is data engineering, especially actually. Okay, so it is a regular thing only. So data engineering, tradition now nowadays it's a name called data engineering, but traditionally also this data engineering concept is there. So what is that? First of all, let us try to understand. If you take any organization is going to have a definitely data is going to generate regularly from different systems actually. So that data might be in the databases actually, multiple databases. For example, if you take a one organization, they may have a multiple stores across country, across the world. Okay. And they may have different devices in multiple places actually. So data is going to generate regularly. So that is what data sources you can say actually. So that data might be databases or CRM or ERP system or AB events or IoT devices. Okay, whatever simply you can say. For one organization, data is going to generate in from multiple places actually. That's what multiple sources. That is what at one side data is going to be there. And for any organization, the regular thing is what? To improve their business, they need to first of all analyze the existing data to identify the insights actually, so that they can take the key decisions for improving the business. So for that, they need to generate a reports in general. This is what most frequently happening data engineering projects. Mostly it is reports. You need to generate a reports at the end. So to generate these reports, okay, you have to identify the insights. So to identify those insights, first of all, you need to have a data to generate these reports. So that is what at the end they need actually. So that people can take the decision for improving their business. Now data is at multiple places and but the end thing is they need to see the reports, how business is happening on the existing data, because that is also going to play a key role. Okay. So this data, what actually you are doing is whatever data is required from all these sources, you are going to fetch. That means you are going to extract and loading into one area actually. So one data store you are going to store. So that might be database, that might be a storage type, okay, whatever that simply. But this you can tell as a raw data actually. So you are just bringing the data as it is, whatever is there in the sources. So that data might be CSV form, that data might be in a tabular form, table data, maybe in different formats of the data, JSON, XML, or whatever simply. And some unnecessary data is also going to be there actually. All that data you don't need. That's why, first of all, you are bringing that into the staging area actually. So from all these systems, you are bringing that required data basing on the reports you want to generate or basing on the requirement, and you are loading into the staging area. That is what we are calling extracting from these sources. Once it came to staging area, as we discussed that data, it is a raw data. It is not ready-made for usage actually. So some filtering you need to perform, some null handling you need to perform, some unnecessary data you need to remove, that may be columns or records, or some extra columns you need to define basing on the existing data. That's what simply you can tell that you need to transform that raw data actually. So sometimes this data may be not in a readable form immediately. That means in the rows and columns form. So whatever simply you are going to transform it. That's what you are going to clean the data. Then basing on the requirement, you are going to transform the data. Then that transformed data is actually you are going to load into the data warehouse. In general, what is the meaning of warehouse actually? Warehouse is nothing but a structured manner, something you are going to store. So that whenever it is required, you are going to bring it back very quickly actually. So while storing itself, you are going to store in such a manner that proper structure you are following. In general warehouses also for any e-commerce business, physically they are going to have a warehouse, a big godown will be going to be there. Lot of products are going to exist physically in that warehouse. But category wise, subcategory wise, pricing wise, weightage wise, they are going to keep those items accordingly in that space. So that is called well structured, organized is manner. If you are storing, that is a warehouse simply. Here, what you are storing, data you are going to store such a manner. That's what whatever transformed that you can take it as a well prepared data that you are going to load into a data warehouse. So this is the main resource is going to serve to many projects from the same client if they have multiple. So one of them is like a reporting project. This data might be using for data science or machine learning or whatever simply. Wherever this data is required, this is because well prepared, well structured, ready to use data. So from this, anybody can use it actually. So this is what the flow, if you observe simply at a high level. So here from the original sources to you are bringing into the data warehouse, then that is feeding to the reports. So that this is the front face for the client so that reports are going to generate actually. So that is what, first of all, if you observe, you are extracting the data from the source, okay, and then you are transforming that data as per your requirement, okay, then you are loading into the required sync locations, destinations. That is what ETL you can say. Okay, so this ETL you are doing with the cloud technologies nowadays. That is what. So here in this picture, where actually data engineer is going to work. So data engineer main role is from here to here actually. So here data engineer is going to work mainly. He has to extract the data from multiple sources and then you are loading into the staging area. Different mechanisms are there here. Different situations, different scenarios are there here. Then once it came, here also multiple things are there. You are going to transform the data. That transformed data loading into a warehouse. Then that might be feeding to the multiple other things. So data engineer duty is from source to sink. In between all these things he has to perform. So that is what, first of all, at the basic level, everyone should have the clarity that what exactly data engineer is going to do. So these systems sources might be anything. In between the transformation technologies might be anything, warehouses might be anything, but at a broad picture, this is what overall going to do. So that is what, first of all, what is actually the data engineering. Simply he is going to load the data from sources to destination and if required transforming and cleaning. So different things you are going to do at the end. So this is what, first of all, everyone should understand what is data engineering. Okay. Now, basing on this understanding, now you can understand further part. So that is what in the next slide. Let us try to understand. Suppose if you are a data engineer, now you understand what to do actually. Think like a general manner. Now you are a data engineer. Then you want to, you suppose you sit with a client and you want to collect the requirements actually. So, basing on the previous slide discussion, now few things should be there in your mind actually. So, whenever you want to do migration for any client, what are the basic things you should have in your mind? Minimum things what you should maintain. That is what very first thing is, what are the sources of your data? So, where your data is going to exist? That might be there in the database, that might be there in a data stores. Okay, so that might be there in a API endpoints, that might be there in some other cloud technologies, wherever, but exactly where it is existed, you should understand first of all. To do the entire data migration, basing on the source where actually the data is exist, basing on that only, your entire development will be there actually. So that's why these things you should maintain. That is what you, this question you should have in your mind. You should ask them, you should get the clarity. Then on top of this, what else actually? On top of this, different formats of the data also will be there. Basing on this also, your entire development is going to affect actually. So that's why initially itself you should get the clarity that data format is what. But broadly, if you see, data formats is nothing but like a structured data will be there. So there is a concept called structured. Structured is nothing but rows and columns actually, rows and columns. So that means you are going to have a table form where you are going to have a data in a rows and columns, or if it is a CSV file. So like that, some formats are there, which is going to be in a structured. And then next broad one is semi-structured. So data is going to be exist in either structure or semi-structure. When it comes to the semi-structure, Suppose JSON is semi-structured or XML is semi-structured. So we are going to see, we are going to master all these structures in the training. But anyhow, the data might be in sometimes maybe in the semi-structure also, or sometimes data may be in unstructured at all. So that means data is not going to exist in any form. So the example is maybe text form, image form, okay? So video, audio, anything. So like that data is also going to be there. So basing on the format of the data you have, your development accordingly has to do actually. So that's why you should understand this also. Okay? That is what the basic things you should have in your mind. And then how would I transform this data actually? So that's what you need to understand the requirement. Basing on that, basing on the volume of the data they have for migration or for processing, the technologies you are going to decide. That's what in the next slide you will decide. In case of the cloud which we are discussing. So how would I transform this data actually? Because pricing is also going to vary basing on the volume of the data and basing on the technology you are using actually. So you will get the clarity. Then very important thing is what question does it need to be answered ultimately? So if you observe in the first slide, suppose if you take a reporting project, so monthly sales, if you want to identify product wise monthly sales, you want to see in the reports. That means what actually? Accordingly, from the source, you need to bring corresponding data to calculate monthly sales actually for each product category. So that's what questions ultimately you need to answer. That's what see, it is simply like a monthly sales category wise, product wise, likewise that like that simple questions will be there. So what question does it need to answer ultimately? That also you should get the clarity. This in fact this is the very important thing you should get the clarity. And then finally either this is going to decide by anyone actually, but simply where you want to load this ultimate transformed data actually. Extracted, then cleaned, then transformed data where you want to load. So that may be a database, that may be a, any data store, API endpoint or whatever simply. Destination is what you need to understand. Accordingly, your entire development will be there. So basing on previous slide, this is very easy to understand that what are the basic things in your mind you have to keep so that you should get the clarity for your development part. So that is what the data engineer is responsible for making uh, data pipelines for smooth running of the data regularly from source to the destination. So that's what evolution is nothing but a refined, well prepared data from raw data, whatever the process you are doing for that evolution, data evolution. So that might be using for different other teams actually. So maybe for reporting, maybe for data science, machine learning, anybody that we don't bother. So our part is as I shown earlier, you need to load the transformed data into the sync locations, data warehouse, nothing but up to there it is main responsibility of a data engineer. So this is what first of all you need to get the clarity irrespective of your background till now. What is data engineering actually? Now, basing on this discussion, very important thing that what is the curriculum of this course, or especially in the cloud Azure, okay, especially in the cloud Azure, what technologies you need to learn to become a data engineer and you can do the data engineering projects. So that is what very importantly, the very first technology everyone should master is SQL. Okay, in our case, we are taking Azure SQL Server, but first of all, any SQL technology you should master. You say simply, SQL is such an important technology, evergreen technology. Okay, even after 20 years, even advanced things like AI came, no worries, database is always evergreen. So People what learned 20 years back, 15 years back on this SQL, even today is also same. So advanced technologies is coming regularly, but in the background SQL only people are going to use. So that's why whoever want to be in the data domain, they should master SQL first of all. So that may be SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, any other, for anything. First of all, one SQL technology you should master all the concepts. Okay. So this we are going to discuss from the scratch. And very importantly, anything we are going to discuss from the scratch only. There is no prerequisite. There is no assumption that this concept or that concept you know already. Okay. So this is very, very high level, high priority concept. Everyone should mandatorily know. Then that's what we are going to discuss in our curriculum also. Okay. Of course, we will start the training with the SQL concepts and along with the Azure concepts. Then very, very importantly, data factory. So this is one of the trending technology from the cloud Azure side. Okay. Because of its flexibility and many other features, data factory became very famous like anything actually. So mainly people are going to use this for data migration actually. So from source to sink, if you want to migrate the data, different situations will be there. It is capable to handle almost all of them actually. And it is capable to connect as a source or as a sink more than 200 plus data stores, sources simply. That might be as a source, as a sink, but ADF is able to connect to 200 plus sources. It means like, suppose if you have a data in SQL Server, ADF is able to connect. If you have a data in the MySQL, ADF is able to connect. That is what my meaning. And many other features, and this is drag and drop, another important feature. Drag and drop actually. So no coding is required. Of course, some logical thinking is required. That's what we are going to discuss from the scratch. So people are going to mainly use this for data migration, and you can use it for transformation also. But mainly migration, this is the very, very important technology. We are going to discuss from the scratch. Okay. Very, very important one. Nowadays trending one, and it have a lot of future if you master this technology. So Databricks, which is integrated with Azure cloud. So Azure Databricks, nothing is there. So if you know this Databricks, it might be AWS, it might be GCP, or it might be individual Databricks, or it might be Azure Databricks. Anywhere the environment, commands, everything is same. So if you master this, it is compatible with any cloud actually. As an individual role also you can go. So this is mainly for data transformation actually. Okay. So that is nothing but for data processing. So as we are saying in the previous slides also, once the data is migrated, you need to process that data. You need to clean that data. You need to transform that data. You need to aggregate that data actually. So to do all these things, whenever you have a huge volume of the data, whenever you have a huge volume of the data, this is the best tool. At the same time, if you understand that data processing or transformation you can do even with the SQL Server, even with the data factory, even with the Databricks. Try to understand. But whenever huge amount of the data is there, this is the best technology actually. So that's why, because nowadays for any organization, the data wise, number of records wise, size wise, it is like anything. So people are going to use this like anything already now, even in the future also. So that is what the Azure Databricks. We are going to discuss this from the scratch. Okay. So then on top of this, we are going to discuss We are going to see one or two classes only, Fabric, Microsoft Fabric, which is very trending one nowadays. The important thing is, once you know these three, you no need to put much concentration on this particular technology actually. SQL Server, that means as a database directly going to exist. It is all-in-one solution actually. These things you need to create separately and you need to integrate them. Then you need to use them. But database is part of Fabric. Data Factory is part of Fabric. Databricks, that means inside the coding part is part of environment-wise, part of the Fabric. Not only this, whatever I mentioned, many other features are there. That's why this is became famous like anything nowadays. So this is all-in-one solution, not just for data engineering also. Many other solutions it will give. So how you will do data engineering once you master all these three? If you go through this fabric to get the confidence that you already know also the fabric. So we will see how all these three are going to exist here. Not only this, some other technologies are also going to be there, like data lake or blob storage are also part of this, and many other are there actually. Now, what is this actually? These two are a storages. It is simply like your hard disk. So in the cloud side also you need some storage to keep your files, log files or anything simply to hold your files in the cloud side. These are the two technologies from day one onwards we are going to discuss. You don't need to spend separate time to understand this. It is simply like your hard disk. Very, 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 very important technology. Delta Lake, which is the subset of this Databricks actually. But this technology is nowadays people are going to use like anything. So it is actually as a table, as a file, both of them, whatever advantages individually they have, together is nothing but Delta Lake. So we will see it from the scratch. So Delta Lake, the advantage is not just in the Databricks, in many other technologies also, like in Snowflake or any other technologies also, even in the Fabric. This is the whatever we are discussing, practically whatever we are seeing, that is exactly going to exist in some other data engineering technologies, not just Azure related data engineering technologies. So that is another advantage. Easily you can understand other things also. So this is Delta Lake we are going to see from the scratch. So these are the technologies first of all. Along with this, for some other real-time scenarios, we are going to see the logic app for notifications and all. And we are going to see the key vault for your secrets maintenance. How you will integrate with these technologies, we are going to see. So these are the technologies wise you need to understand each concept inside. But very importantly, these just understanding these technologies is not going to make you the master or is not going to make you as an experienced person. Very important thing is real-time scenarios you need to understand. So around 30 plus real-time scenarios, what frequently happening where people are getting trouble, where people are logically missing actual concepts such a way, altogether 30 plus real-time scenarios we are going to discuss in the class. These things are actually going to make you more confident to do data engineering real-time projects. Just understanding these concepts is okay. On top of that, in parallelly while seeing the real-time scenarios, you will get the real confidence that you also can handle real-time projects. So that is what we are going to discuss, very, very important. Along with this, very importantly, for anybody, the entire project understanding is really matter. So that is what we are going to see here, the projects. So altogether, three projects we are going to see. Okay. In that, one is live project, which we will see in the classroom. We will develop this from the scratch, from end to end actually. That means it is not just a development part. Okay, before the project, what are all different phases will be there? After the project, what are all different phases will be there? So of course, this theoretically we will discuss at least so that you will get in and around things. You will have a view on the project, how it will be there in the real time actually. Of course, development anyhow we will see. But along with that, in and around things of the projects, we are going to discuss. Then along with that, two pre-recorded projects also we are going to see. Okay, so these two pre-recorded projects, uh, one is one is similarly like this, but the technology stack is different, and another one is 11 plus hours project, which is really somehow it is complex, which we did to more than 1.5 year actually in real time. So that exactly we are going to discuss. We as a pre-recorded I am providing. So in this many algorithms are there, own developed algorithms are there. So if you are really interested, you can go through this. All three you can keep in your resume. So that is what such a way these three projects are going to maintain. So this is what overallly, first of all, the curriculum wise, what we are going to cover in our class. This is many very important for many people, of course. By doing these are the core technologies. First of all, you are mandatorily everyone to become a data engineer in the cloud Azure. You should learn, and to give you the real time confidence, these two are going to make you actually. So this is what curriculum wise, and then coming to myself, my name is Atchyut Kumar. Okay, hope you might seen here and there, or you might seen in the messages. And I did my MTech from NIT Calicut, and my GATE rank. Hope you know the GATE exam. So one of the toughest exam in India. So in this computer science, all India rank is 400. With that, I did my MTech and some other best ranks in different years actually. So role as a data engineer, total experience is 15 plus, and this is of course expired right now. So related to the data domain, this is my certification, and my other teaching experience in different colleges or different organizations used to give the trainings like technology training or gate training or placement training. So different things are there. Along with that, you can search in the Udemy with my name Achyut. Okay, so you can find all my Udemy courses. Most of them are bestseller or highest rated. So you just have a look. Okay, so or you can search with the Edufulness. With this name, if you search in the Udemy, you can find my courses, and there's many sample videos are there, feedbacks are there, lot of student already given ratings are there, uh, and at the same time you can go through the YouTube, and in the YouTube the search with the channel name Edufulness, and already 150 plus videos are there related to the data engineering. So SQL, Data Factory, Databricks, PySpark, interview related real-time scenarios, and many other concepts are there. Just have a look how we discuss it actually. And here also a lot of sample videos will be there in the Udemy. You can see the feedbacks and everything. So that you can assess how we are discussing actually. You don't need to simply believe what we are telling in the demos. Okay. So use these two very importantly to decide for enrollment. Okay. So this is simply myself. So and then now very important thing is course details. So main thing is prerequisite. Your side knowledge wise, is there any prerequisites? No, actually. Any technology, everything, whatever we mentioned in the curriculum, we are going to discuss from the scratch. So you no need to worry about the prerequisite part. Only thing is your willingness is really matter. And then from when the classes are going to start. So this is from tomorrow onwards, Monday, tomorrow onwards. Okay. And the timing is 7 to 8 a.m. Indian time. Monday to Friday classes will be there. So tomorrow onwards, 7 to 8 classes will be there actually. Use the same link, whatever you have already, whatever you use it for today for joining this demo, same link will be continued. So tomorrow at 7 to 8, tomorrow first regular class will start. So day one onwards, concepts will start actually. Nothing is planned in the demos. But the thing is, first three classes you can join as free actually, so that you can see how we are discussing. Okay. And not only this, you can go through the Udemy. You don't need to simply believe that's what I'm telling. Search with my name. I will show you that. Atchyut. You can see all my courses. And you can go to the YouTube. Okay. And search with the name Edufulness. So you will find these three you can use as a parameters to decide whether to take the enrollment or not. So attend the next three classes tomorrow onwards, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 hour. And meanwhile, go through the Udemy profile and YouTube channel. Then you see the sample videos and different other things you observe it. If you really feel by testing all these three ways, if you really feel, then you can go for the admission from next Wednesday actually. So then the duration is 2.5 months. Okay. And the course fees is 15,000. So in this, not only this, you are going to get resume preparation basing on your profile, and you are going to get question and answers for your interview preparation. Then you will have a mock interview whenever you ready for the interview. Okay. So these are the other services you will get within all these things. And whenever you have a doubts, anytime you can call back or you can message in the WhatsApp or in the group. Okay. Then the backup, regularly you are going to have a after the class within half an hour or 1 hour, same class recording is going to be provided. So how and all we are going to provide, just have a look here. Uh, if I share other screen. So here have a look. For example, the previous batch, just completed batch recordings. So like this, you are going to get a recording regularly after your class. So for example, like this, you are going to have regularly the classes and what concept is covered in that class, and recording link regularly is going to update. So these are all the different concepts, and how, so you don't need to ask anybody for recording whenever you want to recap, or whenever if you miss the class. So simply come to this drive access you are going to have. So simply come here and then you can identify the concept and then you can open the link. That's all. So likewise, you can see, so for every batch, these are all different batches actually. So for example, this batch, same thing. So this is evening batch. So for every batch, there will be a guide Excel sheet. In that, all recordings are going to be there. Still. Okay. So for every batch, same structure. So recordings, how you will provide. And these recordings are not going to expire. As many days you want, that many days you will get the access actually. Okay. So there is no expiry duration wise. Okay. Not only this, as I told you, if you go to the Udemy, here you can search with my name. So there you can see the spelling. Later you can go through it. Atchyut. Then you can find all my courses. Then number of students wise, ratings wise, and feedbacks will be there for every course. Okay. So you can sample videos will be there. You just have a look how teaching is happened, how the subject is discussed in depth. So this is one parameter you have to search. You have to go through it. So anything simply you no need to believe blindly actually. So that's what my main intention to tell. and you can go here, you can search with a name called Edufulness. So this is the YouTube channel. So I'm sharing in the chat also. You guys can subscribe. You can watch it. So here already around 140 videos are there. You can see the subscribers and different playlists, different videos. Okay. So just have a look. That's what. Okay. So these are all ADF, Databricks, database, real-time scenarios. That's what you can observe in the playlist, different categories. Okay. So all these things by observing, then only you can take the decision. So simply what I am telling, attend next 3 classes, go through this profile and this one channel, then you can take the decision. Don't simply accept or reject also. So that's what the next thing. And along with this, as a bonus, what we are going to give. It's not a bonus actually. We are just simply want to encourage you to learn more. If you are really willing, whatever Udemy courses are there, you can get at least 3 courses. You will give the free coupons actually. Otherwise, uh, let me share. So I guess I didn't share this slide. Yeah. So otherwise, so we are at here actually. So you are going to get 3 free Udemy courses. At least you can have, if you are interested, you can get more. So we are going to provide free coupon. You can subscribe to them. Otherwise, you need to pay this much amount, whatever here cost is there. Okay. Whatever here, the cost is there. This or sometimes offer will be there. Anyhow, you need to pay something. So we will provide the free coupon if you are really interested to learn more. Okay. So that is what the bonus. Out of these courses, my recommendation is Python. In the PySpark, it will help you to understand more in depth actually. And data structures and algorithms, which is actually a 44 hours course. You can have a look. This is one of the very, very important subject for any software related or computer science student, data science and data structures and algorithms. Because if you want to improve logically, programming wise, this is the core technology, core subject you should learn. So, whatever possibility is there in the data structure, everything is discussed in this. Okay, you can have a look this course also, curriculum, the sample videos, and many other stuff. Okay. And of course, since you are in the data domain, database management system is going to help you more in the background wise. So these 3 are recommended. Along with these 3, if you need anything extra also, we will definitely provide to encourage you more to learn. That is only the main thing. So this is the more or less the regular class details wise. So remember that tomorrow onwards regular class will start. Time is 7 a.m. morning batch actually 7 to 8. Monday to Friday classes will be there 2.5 months. So this is what regular classes wise. So sincerely once again I would like to tell that try to check these 3. Attend the next 3 classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then after Wednesday class only you can decide whether to enroll or not. Okay, we are not going to call back you for enrollment if you really like. But until that, you please try to test it. If you really like the classes, if you observe something here, if you get the confident, then only on Wednesday you can go for continuation. Okay, so this is what something my end. Okay, so that's all it from my end. Thank you very much for everyone for listening patiently. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask. I'm just making you unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Ajit, I have one question, Ajit.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
like uh, currently, like whatever you said, right, for the data from unstructured data to like we make it into the proper data format. So
Hmm.
yeah, as you said, Snowflake also it will be like they are using by competing with
Yes,
this.
Snowflake is also sometimes part actually in the data engineering. Okay.
So is it alone Snowflake is handling all the like unstructured data to the formation storing in the database, or like these three whatever the you tool also like data bricks and all the formation data formation also
These
needed
three is
for it.
definitely capable to handle any format mostly actually. Okay. So in worst case, you can handle that in the Databricks with the scripts also. Okay.
Okay.
So simply you can say here whatever stack we told for data, data engineering, it will handle definitely any format. So Snowflake wise, I am definitely not sure. I never worked on that actually.
Okay. 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 Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ajit. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, Achyut. I have one
Yeah,
doubt.
please. Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah. So currently, when we are using the Databricks, we don't have any DBFS support in that, in the community edition. So in this one, will we be provided the, whole year edition, not the community edition, the main whole edition. The Databricks didn't have DBFS now, no?
Yeah, so DBFS, yes, definitely. From last 1 month, that is the issue with the community edition of the Databricks.
Yeah.
But we can practice that with another way with Azure Databricks actually. So well, that's what from last batch onwards we started discussing in that way. So
So
ultimately, yeah.
sorry. So, are we like, do you guys are providing that subscription, that pay as you go
No, no,
subscription, or
no.
no?
See, nobody definitely not going to provide the
Mm-hmm.
subscription. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Okay.
thing is, yes, this is good thing to thank you for reminding. See, here I made it available also. So this is my Azure portal. If you come to the Azure portal, so the main thing is I used to tell in the day one class actually all these things. But still, if you see, you don't need to worry about the account or billing wise also. The thing is, if you first 1 month you are going to get a free trial, 30 days you will get a free trial so that you can practice anything. So that is one thing. I'm just opening my billing part to give you the confidence. Mine is paid subscription. After 30 days also, even if you go for a pay as you go, that means paid subscription, no need to worry about the billing. Okay, where from the day one onwards, we will guide you where to take care about the billing actually. So which resources you need to create, which resources you should be careful in the options wise, everything we are going to teach you. And just to give you the confidence for today, I am showing my current month billing. So we are going to have regular classes, 2, 3 batches, and we are going to have our own different things. So with all those things, I am able to manage my billing. You can see this month it is almost a month over. This month it is 355. That too, one day I run data factory more than 5, 6 hours, and some other resources are there, and accidentally something is happened. So this 64. Otherwise, it is less than 200 or 100 rupees. In your case, after 1 month, even if you go for a paid subscription, you can manage your billing less than 100 rupees. That's what our every batch students are going to take care. So no worries about the billing part also. Only thing is you try to get the Azure account. That's what tomorrow I will guide you. Okay?
Okay. Achyut. Yeah. Thank you. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Any other doubts?
Ajit, we don't have any evening classes.
Uh, though evening batch is going to complete this week, but I don't have plan to start actually. But I will update you all guys. If you, of course, for some of you, morning might not be possible. For some of them, evening. So this is morning batch actually. You can continue in this batch, and you can, if whenever evening batch is started, you can shift actually. You can move. Whatever possibility is there, we can discuss that.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me something about your certification, sir.
That is
Cert-
DP 203 certification, but that is not available right now.
okay, sir.
Okay, means
Hmm.
it is expired in the this year, March around actually. So
Okay.
now it is a fabric related certification, data engineering, 600 and 700. So that I will guide you. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. And sir, one more question, sir. In DevOps section, DevOps engineering, see now in India, which are the, AWS or Azure or GCP, which one is more in marketing level, sir? Which are the line we will get easily to get the job or vacancy is more in that which line, sir? I mean Azure or
So,
AWS or yes, sir.
so are you asking for the role data engineering or DevOps? Is it DevOps related role or data engineering role?
Data engineering role, sir.
Yeah. Data engineering wise, if you see not only just in India, you can
Hmm.
do your own research also because the once the Azure cloud came into the picture in the market,
Hmm.
because of many features, many flexibilities, billing wise also a lot of comfortness is there. So
Yes,
Azure
sir.
became the trending one actually. Most of the projects migrating to the cloud,
Yes, sir.
especially to the Azure cloud actually. So
Yes,
obviously
sir.
that will reflect on the openings also, right?
And which are the sector is more, sir, for for getting the job vacancy in a fresher level, sir?
Yeah, one more thing. Thank you for reminding. See, this role, especially data engineering role, whoever is less than 1 year experience, I cannot say it's completely zero, but you will get the calls really very less. At least 1.5 year, 2 years, if you have a real-time IT experience, domain may be anything, then only you can continue for this data engineering role, whether here or anywhere. Calls wise, whoever have less than 1 year or as a fresher especially, don't waste. If you want to just upskill knowledge wise, learn this technology. If you want to dependent on the job, if you want to get a job on this role as a fresher, definitely don't waste your time and money anywhere. Calls are really very less. This is for experienced people, at least 1.5 2 years. Okay?
Uh, Hello, sir. So I called you yesterday. So basically, whoever switching technology, like I work on SAP
Ah,
technology, and
correct.
more than 18 years of experience I have. So and in my project there is some work going on SAP to this Azure cloud transformations
Hmm.
project. So I'm having some opportunity to work on it. So if I learn it and work on it, and after 1 or 2 years of experience,
Hmm.
then can I switch into the Azure part? I mean, other companies or
Yeah,
is it some?
definitely. So, but the thing is, see, for experienced people, you have to show some relative experience if you want to switch to other company, especially in the same company by just upskilling, basing on your internal rapport, you can move. But to switch to the another company, in your whole experience, you have to show some relative experience as a data engineer. And yes, definitely, Satadru, in your case also, yes, it is possible. There are many people who have more than 15 years uh, by doing practice hands-on, they survived. See, the main
Okay.
thing is, especially about the training, the main thing is, again, this is also three-step training. The very important thing is regular live class attending is really matter. Try to attend regular live classes so that you can learn the concepts there itself. You will not deviate. And if you have any doubts in the class itself, you can ask the doubts. Every day class is going to happen after completion of the doubts actually. And along with that, your side, you need to do the hands-on. Just listening the classes is not at all going to help you actually. So anywhere, just listening the classes is just 30%. If you want to master it, same thing, you try to do the hands-on. Then technology wise you are going to master it. So this is going to make you at least 90% minimum. That is more than enough to handle any situation. And we will give you regularly the homeworks. basing on the concept we discussed that day. On top of that little extension as a homework we are going to give. Do that, real confident you are going to get. Okay, these three steps, whoever sincerely will follow, regular class, doing hands-on at your side, whatever we discussed, same thing, script-wise, technology-wise, drag and drop-wise, logically, everything. When you do your own, whatever we told, then only you will understand real depth. Otherwise, definitely no use. That is what many people will do mistake. Then on top of that, whatever extension homework is given, if you try to achieve that, or at least if you tried, that process will teach you many things. So real confident, at least 3+ years if you want to get as a knowledge, whoever have 3+ real-time knowledge, same thing you are going to get if you follow these three steps. That is guaranteed, I can tell, provided only these three if you follow. Okay.
Hey, Achyut,
Yeah,
uh,
Ritesh.
if like now this AI fever is going, so where we can expect in future AI part in this Azure data engineering side is, I don't know the relevant question or not, but still.
Definitely it is there everywhere, no doubts. But still, data domain is not yet affected that much like other domains. Suppose if you take front end, recently um, uh, many AI tools or websites came. So I developed, I don't know anything, but I developed one website in matter of 2 hours. Very big website, which have a complex functionalities. Just in 10-15 minutes, website prototype is ready, everything is ready. Then testing, every functionality is working or not to observe everything, it taken 2 hours. That's all. So front end is affected like anything already. But data domain no worries. Okay, we will
Yep.
use AI also for many things, for script generation. But still, you should first of all master the technology. Then only you can use it because you need to change something. At least one character you should change. To do that change, you should know the technology first of all. So no worries. Definitely, of course, always be with the trend. First thing, but no worries. Databricks is such an important thing. In future also, it have a lot of scope.
Thanks.
Yeah. So that's why I always try to observe the trending, what is happening also. Okay, we can never nobody will give guarantee. But right now and immediate future also, no worries about the data engineering. That is what simply confidently you can tell. Okay.
Hello, hi sir. Sir,
Hi,
I'm
hello.
also from
Yes.
data engineering background,
Yeah.
ETL background, data stage and Teradata. So my
Hmm.
question is actually I was working in a data warehouse consultants. Actually, my background
Hmm.
job is. My question here is actually I'm looking to upgrade myself. So I'm really stuck with whether to go to Snowflakes or Azure things because both are from cloud based.
Of course.
So Snowflakes or Azure is the only tricky part. I'm just thinking of to choose it because your website also has Snowflakes
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it.
Snowflake other
Uh,
training is also going on right now.
So
Okay.
and the other influences also booming in Snowflakes as well. But my
Correct.
question here is which is to choose, which one to choose, and which is have more career in it. That's the first question. The second question is, I am little bit late to your demo session. I don't
Hmm.
know how far you.
Yeah, we will share recording actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. My question is, will you teach real time project or only migration something like projects?
No, no, no. Whatever the pre-project, three projects I mentioned, one is live and two pre-recorded. To your
Okay,
second question, all of them, what we did in our real time.
okay.
Okay.
So
So
the first
whatever
live
we did,
project will.
same thing. We are going to simulation. Which simulation? Hmm?
No, the first live
Same
project
thing.
will.
Whatever we are discussing. Yeah. But the only thing is to discuss with the students, we just simulated and then we are doing that. So by doing that complete hands-on, you can keep those things as your real-time projects. Such a level, every minor concept is covered. Yeah. And for your first question, what is the trade-off between this Snowflake and Azure Data Engineering? So yes, both of them are booming actually. And concepts-wise, technology-wise, both of them different. But concepts-wise, there are some similarities. Theoretical concepts-wise, implementation-wise, respective scripting will be there. But at the same time, actually, the Azure cloud going to have more scope. Little, we can give little high priority to the Azure data engineering than Snowflake actually, in my view. Okay.
Yeah, I also search few things because Databricks only they use for I mean creating LLM project something, but they
Exactly.
Snowflakes are using only for data warehousing only. Because
You
Snowflakes
can
just
extend
now the
further also. Data engineering side, if you learn it, that knowledge you can extend further to other trending domains, basing on the next feature. But Snowflake is only you are going to at that place only. Okay.
okay. So SpicePark also you will teach, right?
Yeah, that's what Databricks is nothing but inside Databricks for data processing, PySpark we are going to discuss. That is the main thing.
Okay. Fabric also, right?
Yeah, Fabric we will see. As I told in the curriculum also, Fabric we will see. But the thing is, to give you the confidence that you already know the Fabric, we will discuss Fabric in that way. Because all these things are part of the subset of the Fabric
Yeah,
actually.
a subset of Fabric, but Fabric just 1 year old domain actually. So
Yes,
how
that's
far
what
will be?
new terminal that is also now trending. In future, it is going to trend like anything. So that's why if you know data factory, database, and PySpark notebooks, that means Databricks, Fabric directly you will understand. Only environment wise, one or two classes if you go through it, terminology, little variation will be there. So if you just go through the portal and all, 2 days if you practice, then what you did there, everything you are able to do in this Fabric also. Okay.
Fabric, okay.
Yeah. Even Synapse also, in one or two classes, we will see Synapse. In the Synapse analytics, directly what you learn in the data factory, notebooks, PySpark notebooks, and SQL database, same thing without a single bit variation, same thing is going to be there actually. So Synapse also we will see so that you can add that also in the resume.
Okay. Sir,
So
and
that's
I'm
why,
not a Python guy. Uh,
first of all, we are learning all these three individually. Whenever all these things are as a all-in-one in one technology it is there, that is easy to understand. First thing. Okay. That's why
okay.
individually we are saying individually we are integrating them, then we are making them to work in a flow.
Sir, and the last time, I don't want to disturb you. Last question. Actually, I'm not from Python guy. I have experience in SQLs and ETL, but the
Hmm.
Python wise, I've not learned anything. So I think the PySpark is also a framework of Python only, right? So it will be similar
Exactly.
kind of that. So how tough for me to learn those Python stuffs and thing. So how you'll
Okay.
teach that?
Correct. So we will, first thing is, to be frank, we will start directly discussing the PySpark. You will not feel any difficulty, even a single bit, to understand PySpark directly. First thing. Okay. So PySpark, each command, what way it is doing for data processing or what is its meaning, how internally structured. And when you write a specific command, what will happen internally to do the things optimal. Uh, you will understand directly the PySpark. No worries to understand first of all PySpark. The only thing is if you know the Python, the advantage is OOPS concepts you are going to have a lot of clarity. And some data structures also you are going to have a lot of clarity. So that's why I am providing my Udemy course as a free coupon to learn Python, whoever don't know at all actually. Okay.
Okay. So while enrolling this, you'll giving me Python course
Yeah,
as well.
immediately in the first week or whenever you need, we will give those free coupons for all enroll.
Okay. So 3 types of structures also you will teach, right? Structure, semi-structure,
Yeah,
and
we will see
unstructured.
here and there all the structures and how to handle.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So in the entire course, if you see overall is basing on the different scenarios or situations, all of them will come here and there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm stopping here. Thank you very much for calling, for joining this session. And don't forget that tomorrow onwards, regular classes at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 hour sessions actually. So attend the next 3 classes as free. And if you have any doubts, if you want to discuss anything personally or if you want to chat, use this number for chatting or WhatsApp or call, or you can call to this number also. Okay, that is one thing. So as I told you, go through the Udemy, YouTube and attend next 3 classes. Then only you take the decision. So that is always I used to follow. Don't simply accept or reject always. You have to test it with empty mind. Then if you feel worthy, just continue. Anything. Okay. So thank you very much for joining. Let us see tomorrow. Use the same link for joining tomorrow. Anyhow, you will get that link. Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you all.